What is up, everybody? My name is Hunter. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is your not first time and you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for being here. So today I wanted to get across the quick rant that I have been trying to talk about for years, but I kind of put it to the back of my head because it was whatever, I got around it. But it came back up today when I was trying to deal with some things in my iCloud, and then I just realized how mad it made me. So with all that being said, let's jump right into it. So I'm a big fan of Apple and Apple's hardware and Apple's software and most of the decisions that they make within their realm of technology. Some of my friends even call me an Apple sheep. Now, there is one major flaw in iCloud that has just made me very mad in the nicest way possible. And it's really not a huge deal. However, if you are somebody who really wants to use this feature and you just happen to be part of the small amount of people who have probably run into the issue that I'm running into, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, like I said, I'm a big fan of Apple, and I'm a big fan of iCloud, especially since they introduced iCloud Drive and then iCloud Plus. I've used iCloud a ton, especially since they introduced Drive and Plus, and I've kind of integrated it into a lot of my workflow, especially when it comes to transferring files. I use iCloud Drive to transfer files to my wonderful girlfriend, who is gracious enough to help me out with thumbnails when I want to add some pizzazz, and she's really good at Procreate. I'm not that great at graphic design, drawing, any of that. So anyway, I use it to transfer files over to her. So with these new changes to iCloud and these new additions, I have started using it a lot more. And today I was in iCloud, and then it brought up an issue that I ran into before. So let me jump into this before I go on a rant for too long. I would like to make this quick because it's not a huge topic to talk about. So let me record my screen here. Okay, so this issue doesn't directly have to do with the functionality of iCloud, but the iCloud email address that you set when you make an iCloud account. So when you set up an iCloud account, you are given the option to create a custom email address, your name at iCloud.com. Now, first, I want to preface this by saying iCloud email is nowhere near the functionality of anything else you could use. Outlook and Gmail are probably the two best. I use Gmail for a lot of my work and email needs. I would love to be able to transfer everything over to iCloud so I have a more centralized system, since I have some things on iCloud and some things on Google. I don't like being spread out that far across the internet. However, when I made my iCloud account years ago, when I wanted to finally separate myself from my family's iCloud account because I was getting downloads and contacts and such from my sister and my mom, my grandma, so on and so forth, because when I was very young and we first got Apple devices, my mom just made one central one that she put us all on. And once I hit an age where I was allowed to have my own, I wanted my own so that I could buy apps and have all the things that I wanted without having any possibility of other people's information transferring over to my phone, which my mom and my sister have both had issues with. I never had actually made the iCloud email address for myself because I never really knew about it back then. This was early high school. And so I never made that iCloud email address. And if you don't make one, it has the option eventually, if you want to make one, inside of your settings. So years down the line, after high school, I went to iCloud to make an iCloud email, and pops up here, and I go in and I try to make one, and it looks like I already have one. So if you look here, iCloud IMAP is going to be your original iCloud email address. Then you can make aliases. This is an iCloud mail alias, and basically that is just another name that you can use that will route emails into your primary iCloud email inbox. So what you see here is, so my name is Hunter. If you look at my iCloud, where it says iCloud IMAP, IMAP, whatever it is, it says Wilmer, some numbers at iCloud.com. I'm gonna blur out the rest of the numbers. However, that's not my name. Let's rewind back to high school. When I was a sophomore, we were the first class to be given iPads to do our work. Great. I loved Apple at the time already, so I was super happy about it. However, I had my best friend in high school, his name was Wilmer. ask if he could use my iCloud account to log into his iPad because we had to have one to use it. And he didn't want to make one because he wasn't a fan of Apple. He just needed one to use it for schoolwork. Totally. Sounds good. Here's my iCloud stuff. Don't buy anything. Cool. However, what I see here and what definitely happened was when he was signing in to this iPad, it gave him the option of like, oh, what do you want your iCloud email address name to be? And him not knowing any better, and also me not really knowing this issue, types in what he would normally do for an email address, typed in his name, and there we go. So there was the hard point where it set my iCloud email address name to Wilmer, some numbers, at iCloud.com. Now this at first wasn't inherently an issue because I thought, oh, I can just go change it or delete it. You can change the email that you log into your Apple account with, no matter what that is, you can change that. You can change a lot of things about your iCloud login information, password, username, the email. You can change all that. The one thing you cannot change once you set it is your iCloud email. So when he did that, that locked it in for good. So now, years and years later, I'm still using the same iCloud account, but now that's my iCloud email address. So for a while, I rendered it useless. I had no way to change it. I read online, you cannot change it, did a bunch of research, and it was set as that. Kind of bummed out. And honestly, the biggest issue with this is my OCD and me wanting to have one that I can use, but whatever. So what I learned was that you can make aliases. You can have up to 3 of them. And so I just made one with my name and what I use for, my emails and did that. So that's what it shows up as is the alias I give. If I want to use this, I can give that out and it'll still go to the same inbox. But I know deep down, and again, this is my OCD and this probably wouldn't bother, 90% of the population. But I know that that is the primary iCloud email, the Wilmer and some numbers at iCloud.com. And I cannot change it. I've tried, I've went through support, I've done whatever I could, and you cannot change it. Now, while this isn't inherently an issue, a lot of people could probably just make a new iCloud account. I have, Final Cut Pro, Logic, all the programs I've bought through Apple, music, movies, everything. I can't change iCloud accounts at this point because I have so much invested into mine. And so this is mine. And again, while this isn't inherently an issue, especially because I don't use iCloud email, I would like to start using it, especially with some of the new features that they integrate, but I'm not going to because this bothers me. I can't personally come up with any good reason why you shouldn't be able to change that email address. What if you made it, again, when you were like a teenager or a kid, and then you still use the same account years down the line and you want to change it and use it for something professionally? Why can't you? And now, if you look at it from like the stance of comparing it to Google, once you make a Google account, like that is the email address for that Google account, you can't change that. So like, I understand that. However, this you don't even have to make. You can have an iCloud account and not make this email address and it won't change a thing. My iCloud, my login is a Gmail account. So you don't need this iCloud account. So changing it won't really affect anything because I don't use this for logins or anything. I don't get emails to this at all. So while I have found the workaround of aliases to where I can use it, and I use an app for my photography contracts and planning for photo shoots that uses the iCloud account because it's on my phone and uses that to just send out emails when I send out an automated one. And it uses my alias because that's how I've set it up and it works. But because I can do that, why can't I just change the original iCloud account? I don't understand. And if you have like a really good answer for it, please let me know. And if I'm just being way too OCD and crazy about this, also, please just let me know. But this has bothered me and haunted me to my core for years because I just want to change that email address. Apple, if you ever see this, let me change that email just once. Even if you give me like one change, I just want my name to be that email address and we'll be set. We'll be set. Anyway, until that happens, I'm sticking with Gmail. I'm not using iCloud email for my like main stuff. That's really it. That's the tweet. That's all I have to say about the subject because this is one of the only things that I have really found in Apple that makes me mad. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you learned anything, awesome. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you have any comments or you know what the reasoning for this is, let me know down below. And if you enjoy tech videos, camera videos, anything like this, definitely think about subscribing or don't. However, I would love to see you back here. And again, for everybody who is returning, welcome back. I hope to see you in the next one, and have a wonderful day.